Dance with 6'7". Dance with 6'7". Oh. Dance with 6'7".
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I once knew someone whose real name was Silly Guy. His main concern was stacking up a million, being the sharpest hustler that the block ever seen. He used to chase movie stars and dream big on the screen. A brain-rotted young mind at the age of 13. This kid never had a dad, but his mom was a fiend. She stopped doing drugs and every year she was sober. Her son's heart very obviously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling packs in the projects, looking at the young girls, looking for short-term prospects. He was fascinated by Skibbity Toilet, but he understood money never bought 6'7". He built a reputation cause he could hustle and steal, but got put in jail and didn't hesitate to squeal like tell people. So the Rizzlers he hung out didn't think this kid was real. You see me in 6'7s like this, I've never been equal. I don't project my love for brain rot on other people. He craved for props like addicts with pipes and needles, and so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was lethal. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally dropped out of school to sell green, dancing with 6'7", smoked until his eyes went clean, but he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed.
Let's dance with 6'7". Oh yeah. 6'7". Skibbity, skibbity, toilet riz. Skibbity, riz, rizzle. Ohio, phantom taxing goon. Sigma, hop to a Rizzer, hop to a Rizzler.
So Billy started robbing Ohio kids, a thing he could do to get his 6'7" back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over petty stuff up on the block. Stepped up to selling sisters and brothers the crack rock. Working overtime for making money at the hot spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Chasing the L2M fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block folks treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the Hustlers and the Dons, but when he tried to step to him, they showed him no bonds. They told him any kid with Riz could sell drugs. Any 6'7" girl with a pistol can't bust slugs. Any kid with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even JR smoked somebody up in the club, but only a real thug can stand strong till the end. Looking in their eyes, facing down a pretend friend. Billy realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested hurting someone to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men up in the safe. His dreams about cars and ice made him agree. A hardcore hustler is all he ever wanted to be, and so he met them Friday night at 2:45.
Let's dance with 6'7". Oh yeah. He's 6'7". Skibbity, skibbity, toilet riz. Skibbity, riz, riz. Ohio, phantom taxing goon. Sigma, hop to a Rizzer, hop to a Skibbity, skibbity, toilet riz. Skibbity, riz, riz. Ohio, phantom taxing goon. Sigma, hop to a Rizzler.
They rode around the project slow while it was pouring, passing time, laughing and joking. The night was boring until they saw a woman on the street walking alone. 3 in the morning, heading back from work on her way home.
And so they quietly stepped from the car and shouted at her. Moving through the projects, the silence gathered her. They wrapped her shirt around her head and pushed her to the floor. This is it, kid, now you got your chance to be more.
So Billy grabbed her tight and pulled her quick by the hair and dragged her into a hallway that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to climb up the stairs. They reached the rooftop and held her down without care, yelling, "Shut your mouth now, stop moving around." The shirt covered her face, but she screamed out loud. So Billy stomped on the girl until she couldn't fight back. The cruel crew knew exactly how to stay on track.
She cried softly through the cloth, her spirit fading slow, and then they all proceeded to hurt her blow by blow. Billy was told to go first, then each of them took a turn, breaking her down and choking her hard till her throat burned.
Her broken voice mumbled for God, but they didn't learn. When they were done and she was lying, broken and bruised, one of them pulled out a brand new 22. They told him that she was a witness of what she'd gone through.
And if he
needed her in a place in the crew. He thought about it for a minute, she was nearly gone. And so he leaned over and put the weapon on. Right before he pulled the trigger to take her life, he thought about the money, the diamonds and ice. And he felt strong standing along with his new brothers. Cocked the gun to her head and pulled back the cover. But what he saw made him freeze and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried, broken and betrayed. She cried more painfully than when she was afraid. His whole world stopped, he couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully sealed his fate. And he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing. Now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth, and crying out to the sky, cause he was lonely and scared. But only 6, 7 responded, cause God wasn't there. And right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold. And so he jumped off the roof and lost his soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they heard his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I heard her too. And now 6, 7 follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows. And every street cipher listening to Little Thug's flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. 6, 7 grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow and black, color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're conflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when 6, 7 wants to dance with you, better say never, because a dance with 6, 7 might last you forever. Oh, y'all thought it was finished, huh? But it's not. You didn't count on a fallen angel rising back into the grace of God, coming for the spot. Y'all haters ain't strong, your producers ain't strong, you're weak, I ain't all right strong. I'll toss your demo deal aside like trash that don't belong. Yo, Kayden Hipper, take control, put the track on repeat. Go ahead and grip thoughts, I'll snap that mindset in 6 spots. Brain too laggy, gotta reboot like 50 TikToks. Watch you fall flat, put the bling down, holla back. Can't freestyle, you fall apart like a bottle cap. Under the surface, I'm overheating your heads at wires, dropping deeper verses than skibbity toilet choirs. What you say is worthless, your hype don't meet the purpose. Like Ohio memes, trying hard but still nervous. Beyond what y'all fathom, I clown on cats and out rhythm. No compassion, stone face, full sigma algorithm. Tour jack 'em, whole crew stuck in spectator mode. In the meantime, you can go and hold the cell I throw. Kayden Hipper, one-man squad with the Rizzle wave. Phantom tax bars make your whole chat misbehave. So if I catch you bluffing, acting extra tough, then gotta make that stress real quick, like I'm pushing one button. Brain rotters are nothing, you cannot phase me. I'll respawn every meme and start an army. Storm the planet, scrolling feeds, yeah, I'm on a mission. Break the meta down into 1 billion submissions. Singaporean Fury will shatter your algorithm quick. You faker than Ohio lore in a common clip. I'm about to blow up like trends when they first ignite. Language viral, transmit memes every single night. I'm like time itself, yeah, I'm always inevitable. Chemically smart bars, no need for anything metal based. I'm illmatic